So, what I wanted to ask you first of all was how long have you been learning English for? When did you start to learn English?
I'm learning English one year.
Ah, you've been learning English for 1 year.
Yes.
Oh, well, that's good. You're doing well for 1 year. Excellent. And what is your main motivation for wanting to learn English? Is it your school? Is it for traveling, tourism, or is it a personal interest of yours?
I think my first job will be programming, and
Sorry,
I need
could you
English.
repeat that? So I didn't quite hear. Could you repeat that from the beginning? What you said?
I'm learning programming a language.
You're wanting to learn the language, yes?
No, I program
No, I
program.
didn't hear. Oh, programming. You want
Yes.
to do programming? Oh,
Yes.
excellent, wonderful. I don't know if you saw in my profile that I have a computer science background, that I studied computer science at university in England, that I taught computer science at university in Lausanne, Switzerland, and that I also worked professionally in the area of computer science. Did you see that in my profile, Thomas?
What?
Je t'explique en français, hein. Donc, je ne sais pas si tu as vu sur mon profil Italki que, voilà, j'ai étudié l'informatique à l'université en Angleterre. J'ai enseigné l'informatique à l'université en Suisse, à Lausanne, et j'ai aussi travaillé dans le domaine de l'informatique. Est-ce que tu as vu ça sur mon profil?
No.
Ah, d'accord. Ben voilà. Comme ça, tu sais que j'ai aussi un arrière-plan dans l'informatique, et comme ça, je peux aussi éventuellement t'aider avec l'informatique. D'accord? Okay?
Yeah.
That's great. Wonderful. So, next question I wanted to ask you was, what do you most want to improve with your English? Taras, is it grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation, or speaking?
I need to more practical in speaking.
You want to practice? I mean, sorry, you want to practice?
Yes, I need to practice English.
Right, practice the English, right. So a lot of speaking. Okay, that's good. Now, were you able to and have the opportunity to watch my video on my iTalki profile page, Taras?
Regardez une vidéo sur votre page.
Because on my profile page there's a video, and I don't know if you watched that video. Did you see the video?
Maybe.
So, did you say yes or no? Sorry, I didn't hear. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. And what did you think of the video? What was your impression of it? How did you find it, Tamas?
It is good.
It was good? Yes?
Yes.
Oh, of course, you understood both languages, English and French, obviously.
Yes.
You probably, of course, you understood the French part better than the English. Okay, but that's good. But I said the same thing basically in English and in French. So, what you heard in French is the same as the English. Then that's good. Right, excellent. Now, the other thing I wanted to ask you, as this is our first lesson together. Now, I don't know if you saw on my iTalki profile page that I teach several different lessons and courses on iTalki. Now, about half a dozen. And as it's our first lesson, if you have a preference, we can either do just informal one-on-one tutoring, which is basically just chatting, general conversation about absolutely anything you want. There's also biblical English. Now, that is using the Bible in English and also the Bible in your own native mother tongue language of Russian, Ruski,
Yes.
da, yes,
The,
and Ukrainian, and also in French, of course. So obviously, that is going to help you a lot because you don't need a dictionary. You immediately have the translation of the Bible in your own native mother tongue languages, and that'll obviously make it easier for you to understand the English because it's like directly translated in context. Do you see what I mean,
yes.
Taras? Okay, that's great. I also have test preparation for IELTS. Have you heard of that? IELTS. It stands for International English Level Testing System. Now, it's a bit like Cambridge English, if you've heard of that, and it's just a series of tests and exams to see what your level is in English. Just to give you an idea concerning that, I actually have a little test that you can do if you want to see what is your level in English. So I'm going to send you that link. And it's not something which you need to do now during the lesson, but if you would like to do this little English language level test, then you can do it anytime after the lesson in your free time, a bit like homework. There's 40 questions, so it's marked out of 40 points, and you can let me know how well you did out of 40, either in the Skype chat or the italki message section. Okay?
I have to do that test.
Oh, well, you don't have to. It's only if you want to know what your level is, because in that test, according to the results, you can see if your English level, now I'm talking about official levels. This is the official language testing, which is used by different countries for immigration, for university entrance. So there's the academic exam and also the general exam for those who want to immigrate into English-speaking countries like, well, Canada is one of them actually, Australia, England, etc., UK. So you can see if your level is beginner, elementary, pre-intermediate, intermediate, upper intermediate, or advanced in English. So it can be quite useful. It could help you also improve your English because it explains to you the mistakes you've made. So that way it'll be a good exercise to improve your English. And as I say, you don't have to do it, but if you want to do it, you're very welcome. And you can let me know then, if you do it, what your results are.
I will do it.
Yes, but you don't have to do it during the lesson. You can do that after the lesson. Just let me know how well you've done. If you do it, then that's great. That just gives me an indication what is your level in English as well. So that's useful for me. Okay, that's great, Taras. So continuing our list of courses and lessons which I teach on italki. Well, I also have something called RLS and RPS. That's real life situations. Let's take, for example, a job interview. Okay. Situation and real and role-playing simulations. Now, in that case, I can play the role of the interviewer, you can play the role of the candidate, the job applicant, and then we can do a simulation, which will be good training for you for when you're looking for a job. Maybe not right now if you're still studying, but in a few years' time, this could be good practice for you. Now, there's not only interviews. You could have any situation. You could be ordering food and drinks in a restaurant. I can play the role of the waiter and take your order for you. You could be wanting to buy train tickets in a railway station. I can play the role of the person who works in the ticket office. and sell you the tickets. Or you could book a holiday of a lifetime, a dream holiday in a travel agency, and I can play the role of the travel agent and reserve your holiday for you. So you see the kind of thing that it is, Taras?
I'm not very understand.
You don't understand everything. So, je vais répéter en français alors, Taras. Hein? Donc, en fait, j'ai aussi un cours que j'enseigne sur Italki qui s'appelle RLS et RPS. RLS, ce sont les situations de la vie réelle. RPS, ce sont les simulations de jeux de rôle. Et par exemple, si on prend un entretien d'embauche pour postuler pour une position au sein d'une entreprise, pour un travail, alors là, moi, je peux jouer le rôle de celui qui conduit l'entretien. Et toi, tu peux jouer le rôle du candidat, voilà. Et comme ça peut te préparer pour quand tu auras des entretiens plus tard. Bien sûr, pour l'instant, si tu étudies encore, ce n'est pas encore le cas, mais comme ça, tu seras déjà prêt d'avance pour que quand tu auras des entretiens dans quelques années, tu auras beaucoup plus de confiance, tu vois. Tu seras beaucoup plus à l'aise, tranquille, relax dans cette situation d'entretien parce qu'on aura déjà, on se sera déjà exercé donc en ligne comme ça de façon virtuelle et ça peut être un bon exercice alors pour toi. Et puis attends, il y a aussi d'autres scénario. Par exemple, dans un restaurant, quand tu veux commander de la nourriture, des boissons, moi, je peux jouer le rôle du garçon, hein, du serveur, qui prend ta commande pour toi. Si tu veux acheter des billets de train à la gare, je peux jouer le rôle de celui qui vend les billets au guichet. Si tu veux réserver des vacances de rêve, les vacances de toute une vie dans une agence de voyage, moi je peux jouer le rôle de celui qui travaille dans l'agence de voyage et je peux alors réserver tes vacances pour toi, par exemple. Tu vois un petit peu le genre, Taras?
Ah oui.
D'accord, très bien. Ça, c'est pour te donner quelques idées concernant cela. Et puis, il y a aussi l'anglais d'entreprise. Ça, c'est le. I'll continue in English now. There's the MBA, the Masters in Business Administration, in Entrepreneurship English, and PC Computer Science English. So you're speaking business English, okay, the kind of business, the kind of English you use at work. Professional English, or as you're interested in computer science, now this could be interesting for you, Taras, we could have a computer science English lesson. So we're talking about computer science in English, so that will enable you to learn new words of vocabulary in the computer science domain, like jargon, terminology, and all the expressions that we use in computer science. And that could actually help you with your computer science so that if you want to do computer science in an English setting or in a company that uses English as the working language, it'll be much easier for you to communicate with the other computer scientists, programmers, etc., systems analysts, because you'll already know, how to say in English. Yeah, sorry, you're going to say, Taz?
Okay.
Okay, so that is another possibility. And the last one is English joke humor. Basically, English humor, British humor is quite famous. It's quite difficult to understand. And for those who want to know more about that, that's also a possibility. English joke humor, just jokes, basically, typical English jokes. Right, okay then. So, this is our first lesson together. You can choose anything you like, Taras. You just tell me what you'd like to try out, and we can see how it goes. What would you like to choose?
I have no very we can choose Computers.
Computers. That's great.
Yeah,
Excellent.
speak about
So,
computers.
yes, that's wonderful. Okay, that's great. So, the first thing, I just need to know where you are at. That is to say, what is your current level concerning computer science? So, how many years have you been studying programming, Taras?
I'm starting programming like 2 years old.
3 years already. Well, that's very good. Excellent. And which languages, programming languages, have you been learning?
Het canvas, о чем говорить? Ну да. Память. Okay, but I like computers, but it's a difficult theme for me now.
Oh, it's a different, difficult theme for you to talk about at the moment. You'd like to talk about something simpler, easier.
Yes,
Sure,
for the
that's fine. So maybe if you choose an easier topic, okay, something simple that you'd like to talk about, maybe one of your hobbies, pastimes, interests, sports, anything you like to do and that you'd like to talk about, Taras.
yes,
Sorry?
yes, sure.
Yes? Okay. Can you tell me what are your hobbies, your interests, your pastimes, your sports, what you like to do?
To do programming lessons.
Sorry, what did
Programming lessons.
programming lessons?
Checkmate
That's what you like doing, programming lessons.
and checkmate.
And
Do you know checkmates game?
checkmate. Is that chess?
Yes,
Ah, okay. So, you like to play chess?
yes.
Right, that's very good. And how long have you been playing chess for?
I'm playing chess since
So
10 years.
you don't say I'm playing chess, but I have been.
I have
So if you abbreviate that, it's I've been playing chess for how long did you say, Tamas?
10 years.
For 10 years. Well, that's very good. Excellent. Do you play with people like in real life, or do you play online on the computer?
Sorry, what?
So, do you play chess with people like in front of you, like in real life, or do you play online on the computer when you play chess?
I play in the club, in my
In the
chess club.
club. Wow, you're a member of a chess club, so you're not just doing it like something in your spare time or something as an amateur. That's almost as though you're doing it on a professional level. Wow, that's really good. A chess club.
I play online too.
You also play online. Okay. Um,
After the, during the coronavirus, we
mhm.
can go to the club and play in club.
Okay. The way to pronounce the word is club. Club.
Club.
That's right. Exactly. Oh, I forgot to ask you, are you also interested in the Bible, uh, as that is one of my study methods as well? Are you familiar with the Bible? Have you read the Bible before, Taras?
Yes, I'm Christian.
You're Christian.
Yes.
Wonderful. Oh, that's brilliant. Well, that could be something that could be interesting. If you want to do a little bit of reading practice, and that's pronunciation practice as well, we could read a part of the Bible, a Bible story. Would you like that, Taras?
Sure.
Great, wonderful. That's brilliant. Okay, so let me just have a look then for you for. Oh yes, and which is your favorite story in the Bible? Oh yes. Oh, I have one here for you then. Okay. Have you heard of Lazarus and the rich man? The rich man and Lazarus. Have you heard of that one?
Yes, I
You
heard it.
have. That's brilliant. Excellent. So, what I can do is send you the link to that one. Now, I don't know if you've heard of the message version of the Bible. Have you heard of that, Taras?
Yes.
You have. Wow, that's great. Now, that's an interesting version because it's very modern, up-to-date English. Even has some slang expressions, idioms, idiomatic expressions, colloquialisms. I've sent you the link, by the way, in the Skype chat. So if you can open that up, and we can do a bit of reading practice, which will be good for your pronunciation. And so as soon as you're ready, well, you can start reading the first paragraph, verses 19 to 21. That's in Luke chapter 16, the rich man and Lazarus.
90 and 21.
That's right. We'll start off with the first paragraph, which is verses 19 to 21 in the message version.
There also was a rich man, especially dressed in the latest fashions. Latest fashions.
Yes.
In these days, in conspicuous consumption.
Conspicuous.
Conspicuous.
Yes.
Consumption.
Yes.
Named Lazarus.
Lazarus.
Yes. Covered with sores. Had been dumped on
Not
his...
dumped, but dumped.
Dumped.
Yes, that's right.
His doorstep. All he lived for was to get a meal.
All he lived for.
All he lived for.
Yes.
Was to get a meal from scraps.
Yes.
Of the rich man's table.
Right.
His best friend were the dogs.
Yes.
Who came and licked his sore.
Yes. So licked.
Yes. I have read that story.
You've already read the story, yes.
Yes, and I understand a little bit because I know some difficult words.
Words, yes. So, do you understand all the words here in this paragraph, or are there some difficult words here in this paragraph?
Yes, that Nazarus was very. He has no any money.
Yes, that's right. Yes, very poor. No money. Yes.
Il aurait sur les choses que les personnes riches jetaient.
Oui, voilà, tout à fait. Oui, absolument.
Les chiens venaient pour les lécher.
Oui.
C'est...
Play. En français, on dit a seau, donc en français, on dit une plaie.
Ah, une plaie.
Une plaie, comme ça. Oui, c'est ça. En fait, comme tu comprends très bien aussi et que tu expliques bien en français, ça pourrait être intéressant de voir si tu arrives à traduire cela de l'anglais vers le français. Tu penses que tu aurais la possibilité de faire cela, Taras?
Je viendrai.
Tu peux essayer?
Oui.
Essaie de traduire ce paragraphe en français.
Il y avait un riche personne,
Oui, un homme riche, oui. Mhm.
un riche, uh, exponentially dressed in the latest fashion.
Donc,
Pas traduire ça.
quel mot que tu ne comprends pas dans cette phrase?
Fashion.
Fashion, ce sont les choses qui sont à la mode. Donc, fashion, in general, c'est la mode. Donc, fashion equals la mode. Donc, c'est-à-dire qu'il portait des vêtements qui étaient, comme on dit, dernier cri. Je ne sais pas si tu connais l'expression dernier cri, c'est-à-dire vraiment à la mode. Donc, il était vraiment à la page, comme on dit. Hein.
Tout ce qu'elle voulait.
Voilà, donc il s'habillait avec tout ce qu'il voulait, il avait beaucoup d'argent, donc forcément, il était habillé de façon très riche, hein, avec des vêtements très précieux, très, très coûteux, hein, et donc habillé à la mode, vraiment, des vêtements de dernier cri. Hein. D'accord. Voilà, ensuite, Taras.
Uh, why, Wasting his days in
Wasting.
wasting his days
Uh-huh.
in vicious consumption.
Yes.
Uh, what is consumption?
Consumption, ben, en fait, c'est presque comme le mot français, hein, la consommation. Hein. Donc, consumption, c'est donc la consommation. Voilà. Tu sais que on vit dans une société de consommation. Tu sais ça, Aras, hein? We live in a consumer society. So consumption is what the consumers do. They consume. So c'était la consommation. Consumption. C'est la consommation. Oui. Mhm. What about wasting? Do you know what the word wasting means in French, Thomas?
No.
En fait, ça veut dire gaspiller. Donc, to waste, ça vient de l'infinitif. Hein? To waste equals, en français, le verbe gaspiller. So, how would we translate wasting his days?
Il gaspille le temps.
Voilà, il gaspille le temps, tout à fait. Mhm. Et de quelle façon? Inconspicuous consumption. Est-ce que tu connais le mot ostensible?
Pardon.
Ostensible veut dire d'une façon très voyante. Quand quelque chose est très voyant, tu vois, c'est un peu tape à l'œil. Tu vois un peu le genre, quelque chose qui est flagrant, qui est fait de façon très ouverte, très publique. Il s'affiche devant tout le monde, quoi. Tu vois ce que je veux dire?
Ah ouais, bien sûr.
Donc, conspicuous consumption would be, en français, comment est-ce qu'on on pourrait traduire ça? En consommant de quelle façon? En consommant.
En consommant très beaucoup.
Très visible, voilà. En consommant de manière très visible. Voilà. Je pense que c'est la meilleure façon de traduire cela. Très bien. So, what next? Now we talk about Lazarus.
It's 23.
Yes. Okay. It's a poor man named Lazarus. How would you say that in French?
Uh, un pauvre man,
Oui, un homme pauvre, oui, ou un pauvre, oui.
un pauvre,
Mhm.
euh, was était pris par les angels.
Ah oui, d'accord. Donc, oui, oui, bah, si tu veux, on peut continuer avec le verset. Tu veux qu'on continue maintenant en anglais, la lecture,
Ah,
Taras?
yes.
Oui, d'accord. Donc, le verset alors de 22 à 24. Alors, si tu veux bien lire cela en anglais. If you could read that in English, then.
Ah,
Yes.
on n'a pas traduit le
Oh, oui,
du,
oui,
du
d'accord. On va.
parce que j'ai oublié de traduire
Oui,
le
oui.
texte.
Voilà, il y a encore une partie à traduire. Alors, a poor man named Lazarus. Alors, comment est-ce qu'on pourrait traduire ça?
Très pauvre accent qui
Oui,
s'appelait Lazarus.
Lazare, oui. Tu as entendu le nom Lazare en français?
Ah, Lazare, oui.
Oui, voilà. Donc, Lazarus, c'est la même chose que Lazare, hein?
Euh, qui était couvert de blessures.
Oui, des blessures ou de plaies. Tu te souviens, j'ai écrit dans le chat de Skype le mot plaie. Donc, plaie ou blessure, c'est la même chose, oui. Mhm.
Euh, but dans la Bible, tous les
Oui.
mots sont écrits pas dans les mots très simples, ils sont écrits comme très intelligemment.
Donc, you're saying in the Bible, the words are written in a very simple way. Is that right?
No, in a very difficult way.
Oh, in a difficult way. Oh, right. Okay. But are you able to understand what is written here?
Yes,
Because this is a very simple version of the Bible. It's a very easy, modern version in everyday English, the the usual English. So it's not old-fashioned English. You see what I mean?
yeah.
So it's just a story in everyday English, like a storybook. So it's quite easy.
Ok, has been temps pour conscious doorstep.
Yes.
Il était devant le, il était léger devant la porte.
Oui, devant le pas de porte, le pas de la porte, donc devant la porte, c'est ça. Dump, c'est-à-dire, voilà, il était abandonné comme ça, dumped, comme si on laissait tomber quelque chose, hein, voilà. On l'avait laissé tomber ou abandonné, hein, oui.
Et
Mhm.
il veut par les déchets de personnes très,
Voilà, tout à fait.
très
Il,
riches.
voilà, c'est ça. Donc c'est comme ça qu'il vivait. C'était sa seule façon de vivre, hein, euh, et sa seule raison de vivre. C'était juste pour essayer d'avoir un petit peu de nourriture, un petit peu à manger, à partir des miettes, hein, les déchets, comme tu dis, qui tombaient de la table de l'homme riche. Absolument, tout à fait. And the last sentence in that paragraph,
Best
Terence?
friend read the dogs
Yes.
for him
Mhm.
and liked his sword.
Yes.
C'est il y avait seulement les amis qui
Oui,
étaient les chiens
oui.
qui venaient pour lécher ses plaintes.
Oui, tout à fait. Voilà. Very good. Well translated, Taras. Now, what's interesting is that after reading that in English and translating it into French, you can compare the French version with your translation. And if you could read now the French version and see how well you translated the English version. I've sent the link in the Skype chat for you if you can open that up and just read the first paragraph, or at least the first 3 verses, which is verses 19, 20, and 21 in French.
Okay. It's like the same.
Mm-hmm.
Presque the same.
Ou alors another exercise which would be interesting, because this is a slightly different version of the Bible. If you now, from the French, this would be a good exercise, this would help your English, to translate from the French into the English. Do you think you'd be able to do that, Thomas?
I will try.
Okay, that's good.
Le pauvre mourut et il fut porté par les anges dans le sein.
Well, that is the next part, but if you try and translate maybe the same part that we did before, but now it'll be easier because you already know it in the other version in English, and see if you can translate it into English from this other version, which is slightly different in French. Do you see what I mean?
Okay.
Yes.
Il y avait un homme riche qui avait reçu de couple et de femmes là,
Oui.
et qui avait journée joyeuse et gratuite.
Oui.
There was a man,
Yes.
rich man.
Yes, a rich man. Good.
Who was in the he is expensive and the vêtements.
So vêtements is clothes.
Yes.
So I'll write that for you. Clothes equals or yes, a piece of clothing, a piece of clothing equals un vêtement. Okay, so a piece of clothing is un vêtement.
Okay.
So les vêtements would be the clothes. Les vêtements would be the clothes, like that. Okay, that's good. So how would you say that? Qui était vêtu?
De peuple et de femmes.
Yes. How would you translate that into English then?
Is what is fashion?
Fin lin would be fine linen.
Fine linen.
So fin lin would equal fine linen. There we are.
And,
so qui était vécu? Vêtu, you know that verb in English?
Vêtu. Dressed.
It's vêtu means to be clothed. That is to say, to wear clothes. So it's like saying he was wearing the clothes, or wearing clothes, which were, and then pourpre. Do you know how you say pourpre in English?
Yes,
it's a color. What color is it?
It's like I don't know. It's like mauve.
It is. It's purple. You see the similarity between pourpre and purple. It's quite close. It's quite similar. Okay, that's good, with purple and fine linen.
Yes, of Os Lazar, the color maintenant was very était très était seulement sur les riches.
Donc oui, oui, c'est ça. Le pourpre, oui, exactement. That's right. The color purple in those days were only worn by the rich people. Only the rich people had clothes, had purple clothes, who had clothes with a purple color. Is that what you're saying, Taras?
Yeah, like Joseph that he have got Joseph.
Yes. Hmm. You remember the story about Joseph and the amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat?
Yes, I like this story.
Well, if you like that story, I actually have a link to a very good film of Joseph and the amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, which I think you will enjoy. So it's in English, so it'll be good practice for you to watch this film in English, and that way you will be able to improve your English by listening to the pronunciation, and therefore, especially if it's a story that you like, and that should be good. And also, what's interesting is that I think the words, I'm just going to make absolutely sure, but I think that the words are, oh, I think it's in Russian. Hey, hey, isn't that wonderful? The subtitles look like they're in Russian or Ukrainian, because I'm not too sure which, because for me, it's very similar, Russian and Ukrainian. So I probably wouldn't be able to distinguish the two. So I'm going to send you the link, and you can tell me if you can just have a quick look at it by opening the link in the Skype chat, if
Okay,
it's in Russian or Ukrainian. I've sent you the link now. Can you see that, Taras? Can you maybe just have a quick look at the beginning, or click anywhere in the middle where they're already starting to speak? Because at the beginning, of course, it's just the credits and the title and all that. If you just quickly click on the link and have a look if it's the subtitles are in Russian or in Ukrainian.
Yes, it's Russian.
It's Russian, isn't that wonderful? Your native mother tongue language. So that means that if you don't understand a word in the English language that is spoken, you can just look at the subtitles in Russian, and that'll help you understand the English that is spoken in the film. Isn't that great, Taras?
Okay, we wanna watch it now?
Oh, no, no, no. We don't have time to watch it now, because we only have about a quarter of an hour left for the lesson, and the film is actually quite long. Let's see how long it is. It's 1 hour, 12 minutes, just over 1 hour and 12 minutes. So this is something you could do for your homework. Okay. This is nice homework, isn't it? Seeing a film of one of your favorite stories from the Bible in English with Russian subtitles. I think that's the best possible homework you can possibly have. And then what'll be interesting, because of course you have to do a little bit of work, is after you've watched the film in English with the Russian subtitles, is to just either write down or at least prepare a short presentation of it in English, in your own words, just like a summary. Okay, you can summarize it and then tell me in another lesson, okay, if you would like us to have some more lessons together, of course, you could tell me in another lesson what happened in the film and what you thought about it in English.
The story of Job.
The book of Job?
Yes.
Okay, you're talking about the book of Job, which is spelled like this.
No, the personal Job. Yes.
The book of Job. Okay, you're interested in the book of Job as well?
Yes, I like his story.
You like his story as well? Well, that's great. Now, let me just check. It's true that Job and Job, they start with the first two letters, which are the same. So if we look at Job in the Bible, we have the book of Job there. Maybe if I look for the film, that'll be better. Yes, if I look for Job, the film, there we are, Job film in the Bible. Okay, and see if I can find it. Book of Job, part 1. Right, so this looks quite good. And so, wow, there's even a modern version of the book of Job. Right. So, let me just send this to you. So this is the first part of the book of Job. Now, I think there might be other parts as well, of course. And so I'm just going to check that it's all right, that it actually works all right. Yes, it looks fine. Yes. It's actually spoken in English with some photos and the text. So it's really good because then you can follow the book of Job with the photos. And this, I think, will be very useful for your English. Yes. Let me send you this link. It's a good version. So here we are. This is the link which I'm sending you now in the Skype chat. Can you just open the link just to have a quick look and see what you think of it?
Yes.
They tell it like a story with the text, so you can listen to it and read it at the same time, which is good for your English. And also they have photos, so you can better visualize what is going on. And I'm not sure if they have a part 2. This is just the part 1, but I'm sure there must be a part 2 somewhere.
I will look it.
Do you think it's good or not?
I think that is good.
It is good? Okay. Well, once again, this could be useful for you. Oh, excellent. I have all the different parts here. Part 1, part 2, right, part 3, part 4. Brilliant. Oh, and lots of other Bible stories. This is excellent. Oh, I'm really pleased about that. So let me just send you that. This is really good. It's actually a person who's put all this together called the Visual Bible. Wow, that's really good. So I'm sending you the link. The link there, is that the link of the playlist? No, that's just the book of Job. I'm sending you the link of the actual person. So you have all the different versions of the Bible there. So this is really good. There we are. But you have to click on videos, and you'll have all the videos of Job and all the other ones. So you can actually find it in the video section and in the playlists. Yes, we have different playlists. Okay, I think this is best if I send you the video section, and just see if you can find it in the video section, okay, of the visual Bible. So I'm sending that to you now. Can you just click on the link I sent you, which opens up the video section of the visual Bible, and see if you can scroll down and find where it says the book of Job. And you'll see the 4 parts in reverse order: part 4, part 3, part 2, and part 1. So obviously you start with part 1. Can you see it?
Yes.
You can see the different parts: 4, 3, 2, and 1. It's about halfway down on the page. And you see there are lots and lots of other Bible stories there. That's really interesting. Wow. So, you have a lot of material there that you can watch for your homework. And each time you watch something, maybe just write down a few words, and or just prepare a short presentation of it using your own words, so that you can present it to me in another lesson that we have, you see?
About the story of Job?
Yes, you can choose either the story of Job, if that's the one that you're most interested in. If you prefer Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, of course, that is another possibility for you. So, in fact, you have different possibilities there. And if there's another one in this Visual Bible channel from this the person who has their YouTube page called the Visual Bible, and you see other stories from the Bible that you're interested in, as well as Job, or instead of Job, you could watch those videos and do the same thing. Just write a few words or prepare a few words of presentation, so that you could tell me, using your own words, what happens in the story, and what you think of it, how you find it, and the way that it's done, and the photos and pictures that accompany it. So the actual production of the video itself, just so that you have something you can talk about in English. You see what I mean, Taras?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's excellent. That's really good. So that gives you quite a lot of material for homework. Of course, you don't have to do everything. You just do whatever you can do, whatever you have time to do, whatever you feel like doing, whatever you want to do, because everything you do, of course, will be useful for improving your English. And so you just choose whatever you feel is best and most interesting for you, and of course, according to your time, according to what's available, your availability.
Okay. I will work it.
So that's great. So that's wonderful. So we've already covered that, which is great. So tell me, we still have about 5 or 10 minutes left of our lesson. Tell me how did you find the lesson so far? Did you find it helpful, interesting, useful for you, Taras? Did you learn some new things?
It's really useful to me.
Yes? So that's great. If you found it useful for you, maybe you have some questions you'd like to ask me. Do you have any questions, Taras?
No.
Okay. Nothing in particular? Yes?
Pas vraiment. Pas vraiment.
Pas vraiment pour l'instant. Ben, tu sais, si tu as quoi que ce soit comme question, n'hésite pas. Hein, même après la leçon, tu peux... even after the lesson, you can even write something in the Skype chat, okay, like we did before the lesson. You can write something in the italki message section as well, whatever you prefer. And you can ask me any question you like, anything, you want to know about, feel free. And if I can help you, if I can answer the question, then it'll be with pleasure. That'll be great. Excellent. And so you have the link, of course, to the Bible. Oh, I forgot. After reading the Bible in English and in French, okay, we also do it in your other languages that you know, like Ukrainian and Russian. Do you actually know Russian better than Ukrainian or Ukrainian better than Russian, Taras?
I use more Russian.
More Ruski, okay, more the Russian.
But
And then sorry, you say?
Ukrainian is good too, but
Yes.
Russian most like Ukrainian is too from Russian.
Right. So you mostly use the Ukrainian, but
No, I use the Russian.
no, sorry, I'm sorry. I mean, mostly use the Russian, but sometimes also you use the Ukrainian. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's very good. So let me just send to you the link to the Russian language version of the Bible, which is NRT. That's the new Russian translation. Can you just open up the link for me, please, Taras, and just read for me in Russian the same paragraph. Okay, that's Luke chapter 16, verses 19, 20, and 21, the first three verses in Russian, and see what you think of this version, please, Taras, in Russian. If you could read that for me, please. Mm-hmm.
Жил один богатый человек, он одевался в самую дорогую и изысканную одежду, и каждый день устраивал великолепный пикник. А у него в ворот лежал нищий под именем Лазарь. Он был весь покрыт язвами и был рад даже обидкам, падающим со стола богача. Собаки подходили и лизали его язвы. Но нищий умер, и ангелы отнесли его к Аврааму. Умер врач, и его похоронили.
Okay, that's great. Thank you for that, Taras. Now we have the Ukrainian version. If you could then now read for me the same thing as you read before in English and in French and in Russian, but this time in Ukrainian, the first three verses, 19, 20, and 21, please, Taras.
Same traduction.
Mm-hmm.
In Russian, it's like une personne vivait, ici, il y avait une personne.
Donc, okay, tu disais, c'est quoi la différence entre la version russe et la version ukrainienne, Taras?
Like, il y avait une personne qui était riche.
Il y avait une personne qui était riche, oui.
In Russian, il vivait une personne qui était riche.
Ah, il vivait.
Ouais.
Donc, c'est-à-dire que il y avait ou une personne qui était.
Same, but not in. It's not the same word.
Which version is the closest to the other versions we read before, like the English and the French version?
Russian.
The Russian is closer.
Yes.
And the Ukrainian one is not so close.
Yes.
Okay. Which of the two versions do you prefer, the Russian or the Ukrainian one?
I like mostly Russian because I like.
Okay. But you know, in the Ukrainian one, there are two Ukrainian versions, and the other one is actually called an easy-to-read version in Ukrainian. And so it'll be interesting, maybe as this is an easy-to-read version in Ukrainian, this second link I'm sending you in Ukrainian, if you could just read in this second link, which is the ERV, UK, Ukrainian New Testament easy to read version, and just tell me if those three verses 19, 20 and 21 are better in this version than the other Ukrainian version?
It's most like the Russian version
Ah, this is more like the Russian version. Yes.
because in this traduction був собі багатий чоловік,
Yes.
but in last один чоловік був багатий. It's like une personne était très riche,
Oui.
mais là, et une personne était très riche.
Ah oui. D'accord. Donc il y a quand même une différence entre les deux. Oui.
Yeah.
Mais c'est bien. So that at least we have a Ukrainian version of the Bible that is better than the other. So it's better the easy to read version in Ukrainian.
Yes.
Well, that's good to know. Excellent. Because I have other Ukrainian students as well as Russian students. And of course, it's good to know which are the best versions, both in Ukrainian and in Russian. So that's useful. Thank you, Taras. Which other languages do you speak other than Ukrainian, Russian, English, and French?
It's my fourth language that I speak.
Which language, sorry?
I want to study Spanish.
Spanish! Oh, wonderful. Oh, that's really good. Let me just have a look for the Spanish version.
But I don't it because I'm not starting to learn it.
Okay, I understand what you're saying. That yes, you haven't actually started studying Spanish yet.
To learn Spanish.
But you would like to learn Spanish, is that
Yes.
right? Okay. Well, you see, this will be interesting because now that you've read this part of the Bible, okay, these first 3 verses in English, French, Russian, and even in 2 different Ukrainian versions, that's like 4 different versions of the same text. Now, if you open up the Spanish version that I sent you, NVI, and look at Lucas 16, Lucas obviously means Luke, okay, it's the Gospel of Luke 16, and just read the first 3 verses as best you can. Don't worry too much about if it's difficult, but you might be able to understand a few words in Spanish because you have the translation in your head. You see, because you've read it already in 4 different versions.
The language like that because if you know the Bible very well,
The Bible.
the Bible very well.
Yes.
You can read it in different language.
Of course. That's right.
You can learn something.
Exactly. That is very useful for learning a language.
You need to know the most same traduction.
This, of course, we need to have the closest translation. Well, actually, this is the NVI, okay? And the NVI is the equivalent of the New International Version in English. And if I was to send you in English the equivalent of the New International Version, let's take the UK version, as I'm British, and obviously my English is British English. And if I send you this version, okay, which is NIV UK, now this is the equivalent of NVI. Do you see? NIV, NVI. Can you see the similarity between the two there, Taras?
Yes.
Okay. Now, this will help you with your Spanish because if you read it first in English in the NIV and then read it in Spanish in the NVI, and it should be the same thing because it's the same organization.
And not
yes?
this traduction. that the
Translation.
version that
Translation.
we have
Yes.
English version.
It should be close to the English. It should be, because NVI is the equivalent of NIV in English. You see, NVI in Spanish is the same organization normally as the NIV, and I know they have done lots of different translations in different languages. So you were saying, Taras?
Yes.
Can you see that it's similar? Can you compare? It's the same or it's not the same?
It's very similar.
It's very similar. Excellent. That's what I thought. And this is going to help you a lot then if you can then do this. Have a look at these different versions. So I'm just wanting to have a look if in the Russian version but in Russian they don't have an NIV. No, they don't have an NIV version. But they do have an easy-to-read version in Russian. Oh, let me share this with you. This is the last thing I'll share with you before the end of the lesson. So it's the equivalent of the Ukrainian easy-to-read version, but this time it's the Russian easy-to-read version. Let me just refresh it because I didn't refresh it. There we are. Now I have it. Right. This is the Russian easy-to-read version. And if you can just have a quick look at this one and see what you think. I'm sorry that it's come out double, so I must just do a little bit of editing here to take away the second copy, because sometimes in Skype when you copy-paste something, it gives you the same thing twice over. Could you just read, this is the last thing then, the Russian version, ERV, easy-to-read version, in Russian, the first three verses 19, 20, and 21, please, Taras.
Иисус сказал: жил однажды богач, он одевался в самую дорогую и роскошную одежду, и каждый день наслаждался своим богатством. It's the same that you give me with Ukrainian.
It's very similar to the Ukrainian one.
Yes.
Right. Well, that exactly the same.
Because in that traduction.
Yes, translation.
Like, Jésus dit.
Oui.
Mais c'est Jésus dit qu'il y avait un riche homme.
Un homme riche, oui.
Mais avant, dans le translation d'avant, il y avait pas de Jésus qui a dit.
Ah, d'accord. Donc, dans une version, il est marqué Jésus dit. Ah oui, je vois où c'est marqué Jésus dit. Oui, je vois. En fait, je n'arrive pas à lire. I can't read it in the Russian, but I can see there's two words and then a colon. Je vois qu'il y a deux mots et puis deux points. Tu vois ce que je veux dire? Deux mots, deux points. Donc, est-ce que c'est ceci qui veut dire Jésus dit? Je vais juste voir si j'ai bien compris. Je vais te faire un copier-coller dans le chat de Skype. Il me le donne deux fois de nouveau, c'est pas grave. Voilà. Is that the Russian equivalent of Jesus says?
Yes.
That's right. Oh, wonderful. My Russian is improving. mon rousski s'améliore. Bientôt, je vais commencer à parler en rousski. Je sais déjà dire rousski, da et niet. C'est déjà bien, hein?
Yes.
It's already good. Oh, and I can also say borscht. You know the Russian soup, the red soup with the red cabbage, borscht soup.
How we can tell it in French or in English?
Yes, and there's yes, we can do it in French and in English. It's the same thing.
Yes.
So I didn't understand what you said about the French and the English. Could you repeat this?
How can we tell borscht in English or French?
Oh, I mean, I don't think there is an equivalent, because borscht is a name a bit like pelmeni, which is just like pizza. You know, pizza doesn't have a translation really. It's the same word in French, in English, in Italian. So I think it's an international word, borscht, because I've never seen a translation of it. Have you seen a translation of it in English or in French?
No.
No, I don't think it exists. It's like vodka. Vodka is the same word in English and in French and in Russian. Pelmeni, the same in English, French, and Russian. Vatrushka, you know vatrushka, the cheesecake?
Yes.
Vatrushka, I think that's the same thing in all languages. Zakuski, zakuski as well. Beef stroganoff. What else is there? Oh, I can't think of anything else. But those are my favorite foods in the Russian cuisine. Are you looking for a translation of borscht in
Yes.
English and French?
It's like the same.
It's the same thing. That's what I thought. Yes, these are international words like lasagna, pizza, spaghetti, macaroni. It's the same in all the languages.
Lasagna, spaghetti, pizza, macaroni is the
Yeah.
same in our language.
Yes, and these are Latin, not in Latin, Italian words, but it's the same words all over the world. So I think in all languages they use the same words. I don't think they have a translation for them. So it's like the borscht, the pelmeni, the vatrushka, vodka. It's always the same word. Okay, well, that was interesting. We've done a little bit more than 1 hour, but that's all right. So you enjoyed the lesson then, Taras? It was good.
Yes, I enjoy it.
Well, that's good. That's excellent. Brilliant. I'm really happy then that you enjoyed it as much as I did, because I also very much enjoyed it. And so if you would like us to have some more lessons together, Taras, it would be with the greatest of pleasure. You're ever so welcome. And I'd very much look forward to that. That would be great.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome, Taras. And you can choose any lesson you like out of all the different lessons that I'm teaching on italki. You can try out different lessons. Just choose anything you like. And if you don't like the lesson, don't worry. We don't have to do the whole lesson if you don't like it from the beginning. We can always change it in the middle of the lesson or at any point and do something different until you find exactly what you like best. Is that all right, Taras?
Yes.
Great. Excellent. Wonderful. Well, thank you very much once again. And I look forward to seeing you again another time in another lesson. That would be great. Excellent. Thank you, Taras.
Okay.
And all the best for you, because it's the morning for you. So have a wonderful day. And for me, it's the night. So I'm going to go to sleep now. But may everything go well for you. And have a great day. A good day for you. Okay? That's great. Wonderful. All the best then, Taras. You take care. Thanks a lot. Cheers. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.